Today I'm going to be coving this room. Now I'll show you how to cut the coving with internal and external mitres. I'll show you how I do it the easy way, and I'll show you how to fix it back to the wall and then finish it off. So in the room we've got internal corners to do, and then we've also got external corners to do. The first thing I need to do is work out how far down the wall the coving's coming. Now sometimes the coving comes with instructions and it tells you how far down and how far across to put it, but this one didn't. So it's just a bog standard cove, no pattern in it, so it's symmetrical both sides. What I'll do is offer it up to the wall and the ceiling until there's no gaps. So that's about there. Put a little mark on the ceiling and a little mark on the wall. And just measure what they are. So that one's 80mm and that one's 84. So they want to be the same. So I'll make it 82mm down from the ceiling. So the next thing we need to do is mark points on the wall at 82mm, so we know where to put the coving. Now I only mark the wall, I don't mark the ceiling, because if the ceiling runs out to the wall then you're only using one mark anyway. So I just mark the wall and go off there. So I could go round with my tape measure and mark points, but it's easier if you cut yourself a little block with the right measurement, so 82mm, and then use that to mark the wall. Okay, so now I've cut my little block. I can just push it up to the ceiling, put a little mark on the wall, and do that about every 500mm or so. Okay, so now that I've got the marks on the wall, I'm just going to put 2-inch panel pins, only a few in the wall, so when I put the piece of coving up, I've got something to sit it on and then squeeze it up to the ceiling, so I can work by myself and no one needs to hold the other end. The pins will hold it up while I mess about with it and get it right. Right, 3 pins for that length should do, because the coving's only light. Right, so this is the first piece I'm going to do, and it's got 2 internal mitres on it. The first thing I need to do is measure wall to wall. Okay, so now we come to cutting it. Now there's a few different methods you could use. You could make yourself a mitre block. You could buy a mitre block and cut it with a normal panel saw. There's a little device that you can sit on the coving, and it gives you a place to put your saw and cut it. I don't like any of them ways. I've got a mitre saw, and that's what I like to use. It's quick, it's efficient, gives you a clean cut, and it's accurate. So if you've got one, use it. Now the way to get it accurate on the mitre saw is to get your block again, offer it up to the saw, and strike a line on your fence, and also on the bed of the saw. So they're the points that you're going to hold it on. So when you offer the coving up to the saw, base of the saw will correspond to the ceiling, and the fence of the saw will correspond to the wall. Okay, So this is going to be the wall side, so I want to come away from the wall in that direction. So I'll put a little mark there just to tell me which direction I want to cut. Put it onto your saw, and the line that we drew on the saw, just make sure that your coving stays level with that. So there's a perfect cut every time. So now we need to mark it for length. And I'm going to knock 2mm off, just so it's not too tight. So there's a mark, 1004mm. And I know that the mitre wants to come in this way. So now when I take it back to the saw, I can't go wrong with the direction. So again, keep it in line with the mark you put on the saw. So the adhesive I'm going to use to fix the coving to the wall and the ceiling is this Everbuild coving adhesive and joint filler. So it'll stick the coving to the wall and the ceiling, and it'll also fill any gaps that are left behind. Okay, so just cut your nozzle to a bit of an angle. And then just put a decent bead on the top and the bottom of the coving. Okay, so just rest the coving on the panel pins and then just squeeze it up to the ceiling. Okay, any excess that's spelched out, just spread it in, and when it's dry we just use the same coving adhesive to just fill the little joints. If you find that it's not sticking up to the ceiling properly, then you can always put another pin in to the ceiling just to hold it in place until the adhesive goes off. Like that. So it's not going to fall down again. Right, so I've got this long length to put in, and if I hadn't put the nails in the wall, I'd probably struggle. But if you see now how the nails really make a difference and help you out. So I can just sit it on the nails and then just squeeze it up to the ceiling. And if I put another nail in the ceiling, that's held, it's not going anywhere now. Now when it comes to joining coving together, some people do it at the mitre joint, or some people do it at the butt joint. Because this coving's so accurate in its manufacture, it goes together virtually perfectly. So I don't bother doing a mitre to join two lengths together. I just use a simple butt joint, but with a nice clean cut. Okay, so actually taking that nail out there, so it's easier to manoeuvre this piece into place. And now I can put that nail back in. Okay, so there's the butt joint. That's nice and clean. And then there's the mitre. Now there is a slight little gap there, but if I'd have made it too tight, I wouldn't have been able to get the piece in. But that will be easily filled later on. So from cutting one of our internal mitres, we've actually quite conveniently been left with an external mitre as well. So now I just need to mark this to length and cut it straight, and it'll give us our first piece. So again, I'm just putting a witness mark so I know which way, which direction to cut the coving. But it's exactly the same process and using the same line on the fence and the bed. Okay, so a little tip for you that I've just done there. If it's difficult to get the end of your tape measure onto something, then just put it on the 100mm mark and then measure and mark just an extra 100mm on this side of the tape. And it's a really accurate way of measuring something. So there's the length, and I want to cut it in that direction. Just so I don't get confused. Now on this next piece I need to do an internal angle and an external angle. So because I've just cut an external angle off this piece, it's left me with an internal angle. So now I just need to mark it for a length and then put the external mitre on it. Okay, so there's mark to length, and then I want to cut it in that direction. because these pieces are so small, you won't really need a nail to keep them in place. Okay, so that's the 2 external mitres done. Just need a tiny little bit of filling, but I'm quite happy with the way that's turned out. And then the internal mitre and another internal mitre. So now I've just got to carry on around the room. That little piece down there. And then tomorrow, when the adhesive's gone off, I can take the nails out and then fill any little gaps between the wall or the ceiling or in any of the joints. Right, so all the coving's been filled and it just needs a bit of paint on it now. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you next time.